Hey Eurovision fam, it's Alesia. I don't know what's going on about Eurovision 2018. I'm really excited to go to Portugal, but I am just like geeked for Eurovision 2018 in a way that like I just so wasn't last year with Eurovision 2017. And honestly, I have to start off and say I feel really bad about this. I feel like a guilty Eurovision fan because there was just something missing from last year for me. I don't know, did you feel that way or am I alone? I could be crazy. I could be totally alone. You guys probably watched some of my videos from last year in preparation for Eurovision 2017. And I felt like the entire time I was like hyping myself up. Maybe I was just exhausted from Stockholm because Eurovision 2016 was pretty amazing. It was pretty strong. I love Stockholm. I love visiting. It's an amazing city. And so maybe I was just so tired from Eurovision 2016 that like there was no way I was about to have like the energy to really be in it for Eurovision 2017. But guess what? I'm rested up and I'm so ready for Eurovision 2018. But guess what? We're not talking about Eurovision 2018 today. Not today. Today we're going to be talking about Eurovision 2017. And we're going to be talking about this question that I've had for quite some time. And the question is, did anyone really care about Eurovision 2017? But really, like, did anyone really care about Eurovision 2017? So this was like a question that I felt like I wrestled with for a really long time in the preparation to getting to Eurovision 2017. And the crazy thing was, we got information really late. It took forever for us to find our host city. It seemed like it took forever to get like the proper logo. As the songs started trickling in, there were all these like different factors. Okay, I know we're not talking about Eurovision 2018, but I am so excited to go to Lisbon. I am so excited, so excited. I am so excited. So excited, so excited. I'm like really excited. Okay, I gotta get serious. So the first thing that I'm gonna talk about on this topic is just talking about the whole team in Kiev and the whole team that was responsible for putting Eurovision 2017 together. Like I sort of mentioned before, it took forever to get our logo. Like, the whole city search thing, I think could have been this really fun, kind of nerve-wracking, suspenseful moment. I think it ended up just going on a little bit too long to where then folks were just like, okay, really though, I need to like book my flight. I need to like figure out where I'm about to stay. And in order to do those things, like I need that information. So I'm not gonna lie, I think for me personally, that sucked a little bit of the fun out of it because the whole race to see who was gonna be the host city, I just think it dragged on too long personally. And I think the fact that it dragged on for so long, it took forever just to even get the dates. And then for it to end up being Kiev, which I think was like the obvious first choice, just being that it's the capital city and it's so established, and had hosted before, obviously, I think was a bit of a letdown. I think had it ended up being Lviv or Odessa maybe, I think that might have actually made it all feel more like the race to see who the host city was more worth it. And I think the fact that it just ended up being Kiev, I think for most fans it just sort of felt like, well damn, you could have told me that. I think a lot of us assumed that maybe it would have been Kiev, but because it just went on for so long, it was like, okay, why? You just wasted my time, basically. You just wasted my time. I guess, yeah, kind of focusing back on the organizers, we had sort of, I guess, the scandal of the people on the planning committee stepping down, and then, Krister from Stockholm and Melody Festival and had to sort of step in and help things out. And from what I heard, really Eurovision 2017 ended up having a lot of the folks who sort of put things on in 2016 step on the team and sort of help steer the ship, or really maybe not steer it, but keep the ship afloat. And I think a level of that and a level of Eurovision itself that I personally get excited about, especially being that I am an American, is the idea of experiencing a new country's perspective. We have the opportunity to experience the contest really out of the lens, literally out of the lens of folks from a different country. And so that adds nuances and differences. And I think, I'm not saying that Eurovision 2017 didn't feel like Ukraine, but I think all of that sort of drama and the planning stages and whatnot, I think led to people just going, okay, at the end of the day, we need to put this show on and we got to do this. And I think maybe some of those thoughtful elements and just little touches here and there that would have truly made Eurovision 2017 super Ukrainian and just super Kiev, I think maybe might have gotten lost, because at the end of the day, the show had to go on and we had to get something. And I mean, look, Eurovision 2017, it went off without a hitch pretty much. Yes, we had some technical glitches. Yes, I had some issues with the sound, and it seems like some of y'all had issues with the sound as well. I still think at the end of the day, a great show was had. But I do think to say that maybe there were some small touches here and there that we would have gotten with, I think, a little bit more time. And I think having the team a little bit more set up to really think about this and think about what could be done. And just all those little touches just didn't maybe happen, because it was like, look, we got to put the show on. So, like, let's do this. Okay? So as an American fan of Eurovision, the past 2 years has been particularly tough, I think, for us, because, all these YouTube blocks, the EBU, I guess, has some type of deal with Viacom and Logo specifically. That Logo essentially owns the Eurovision content here in the United States. And honestly, like, it's just super frustrating as an American Eurovision fan to not be able to re-experience 2017. I feel super blessed that I was able to go to Stockholm for Eurovision 2016, so at least I have my just personal memories of the show to kind of stick with me, and my personal memories of the rehearsals. But the fact that I cannot watch the final product without putting on my tech-savvy hat and cracking a few codes here and there is really frustrating. And it's not just frustrating for me from like a selfish standpoint of the fact that I just want to watch the song contest again. For me, it's also frustrating because I want my friends to experience this thing that I'm so in love with, and they can't. And honestly, like, I get kind of emotional about it because I just feel like I love Eurovision, and I think it'd be great if more and more Americans were just able to digest it and just be exposed to it. And clearly exposing us to something that we're not getting in any type of internet streaming capability, and that the only place that we could watch it is actually on Logo. And guess what? They're not doing reruns of it. So unless you DVR'd it at your home and you're a new fan, you just can't even watch it. You can't even experience what the song contest is. And I'm not gonna lie, like, because I wasn't able, I think, to relive a lot of Eurovision 2016 on YouTube, I do think personally it took away a little bit from some of that excitement that I could have had from Eurovision 2017. I was able to watch Eurovision this year at the embassy in Washington, D.C., the Ukrainian embassy, and it was great. It was an amazing experience. But I live in Washington, D.C., and there aren't embassies all across America where folks can watch it. And I don't even think I could go up to the embassy, like, right now and just say, hey, you got that copy of Eurovision 2017? Can I have it? I don't think that I'm really allowed to do that. But if I am, yeah, it's just really unfortunate. And I just really hope that in some way the EBU renegotiates this, because it definitely sucks a little bit of my Eurovision fun out of me when I can't watch the previous contests, before the next one. I mean, it's just a part of my ritual that gets me personally hyped. And I feel like if it helps me out, I'm sure some of you guys might have that same experience too. Okay, now I just gotta be real. I just gotta be honest. And I feel like everyone watches my videos because I just give you like my honest, true opinion. And the facts are the facts. Eurovision 2017 simply was not as strong as Eurovision 2016. And the crazy thing is, I actually think Vienna was stronger when it came to the songs. I just think that this year, looking at the full body of the songs that we had, in the end, I just do feel like this was an all around weaker year. And I mean, at the end of the day, I think Salvatore is most definitely a rightful winner. I think we had, you know, five like solid, really, really good songs start to finish. I think we had maybe like four really, really good songs that then had really, really good stage shows that were just flawless, in my opinion. Um, and then I would say we had about 10 songs that were like top 10 worthy. Um, but outside of about 10 songs this year, I think we had a lot of just okay tracks. And I'm just being honest. This is just my personal opinion. Um, but I do come from a radio background. You can look on my YouTube channel. I do sing, so I'm not just trying to bash people for no reason. I really do feel like the songs were just not as strong this year. I just think this year all around really wasn't as strong. And, you know, it's the Eurovision Song Contest. We need strong songs. I mean, I just don't think I'm alone in saying this. I just think this year, when it came to the songs, when it came to the actual music, the reason why we do this whole thing called the Eurovision Song Contest, yeah, I just think the songs were a little nice. But I want to be wowed. I mean, but really, like, did anyone really care about Eurovision 2017? It's just so weird. I just feel like other years, I mean, of course, I'm being a little bit outrageous with my title, I guess, and with this question. Of course, we care as Eurovision fans. Of course, you know, the performers cared about it. But then it's like, I don't know, like, did people really care about this year? Did they care about it the way that they cared about Eurovision 2016? I just feel like a lot of countries and teams staging, all of that stuff really was like putting their foot in it in past years. And I just felt like some countries were really just being safe. And I guess that's really my issue. I feel like there are countries who were just playing it safe, not coming to win, not coming to really shine. And as a result, I think that trickled down to some of us fans where it was just sort of like, Kiev, Eurovision 2017. It was just something in the air with Eurovision 2017, and I mean, I have to blame the top, right? Because it just trickles down to us. It's not our fault. It's not our fault. Finally, this is my other reason why I think a lot of folks might have just cared a little bit less, been a little less excited about Eurovision 2017, was the Eurodrama. I think the whole thing between Ukraine and Russia just truly overshadowed everything. And it sucked the fun out of it. I mean, I would say here in the States, we normally have a nice little stream of media that comes out because of Eurovision, and it tends to be really positive, it tends to be fun, it tends to highlight some of the acts, it talks about some of the countries most likely to win. And, well, this year, because it's still 2017, but for Eurovision 2017, everything was just about Russia and Ukraine and the government and politics, and it was like, damn, can it be about some fucking songs? I mean, come on. Like, can it be about what this song contest is actually about? Ugh, Eurodrama. That just wasn't fun for anyone, okay? Honorable mention. I have to mention this too. I think Kiev is a very beautiful city. I've seen the photos. I've never been there. I've seen the photos. But look, I'm gonna tell y'all, Kiev, you need to talk to Orbitz, Yelp, Travelocity, all of these travel sites, and y'all need to start combing through some of those hotel reviews, because some of those hotels, because I was thinking at one point, I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna try to go to Kiev because I love Eurovision, so I want to see it. I want to see it live if I can. I want to experience it, all things Eurovision. But them hotels were looking scary, okay? And there was like, I think this whole idea of, well, is the weather gonna be nice? And I'm gonna be real, y'all. I'm about to go to Puerto Rico in November here in the States when we have winter, and I'm going because I want to be in some nice weather. I want to see sun when I wake up. I want to see water. I want to see the beach. And guess what? Lisbon has all of that. Eurovision 2017 is over. And yeah, I think that some of y'all just didn't care that much about it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. But Eurovision 2017 is over, and I am so excited. Yes, I am so excited about Eurovision 2018, Lisbon, Portugal. I'm getting my flight in a couple of weeks. See you there.